Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
Today's question comes from Sam in Michigan. Uncle Dave, I'm 37, married with no kids yet. My net worth is $1.1 million, $600 in portfolio, $500 in equity in my home, which is worth $900. I make about $200,000 a year, have no consumer debt, and have our 3-month emergency fund. I just got into hunting, and there's several shotguns and rifles I want, but the missus doesn't see why I need so many guns. Uncle Dave, being a man of great means with many guns, what is a fair ratio? He said, I'm also about to pull the trigger on a new Lund Rebel XL as my first fishing and hunting boat. It's $39,000 out the door. I'm paying cash for it, but would be pulling the money from my portfolio to do so. I feel it passes the burn it on the floor test. What is your take? Thanks so much for your time. This is a fun question.
Live like no one else, so later you get to live and give like no one else. Well done, Sam in Michigan.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun. Sam, the only thing I'll tell you is that there seems to be a ratio that every time I get a gun, she gets a new expensive purse.
Tit for tat.
There seems to be a trade-off there. So that's the only thing I'll tell you. All I heard here was about you buying stuff. I didn't hear anything about her getting stuff. Ugh. So I think there's some enjoyment with money that you're learning to do that is within reason, and it's not a certain number. But all kidding aside, it actually does generally cost me a purse depending on the gun, so or something else. But yeah. I'm going to get one. It's like revenge spending, right?
Yeah, none of this has to do with money. This is just her feelings about him owning all of this, all these toys.
I can tell you Sharon has exactly the same opinion. She has no need to understand why I need all these firearms. But she doesn't know about zombies.
That's right.
The zombie apocalypse. I mean, you have to be ready. So, no, seriously, dude, it's just a toy. It's just a thing. Whether you're collecting guns, whether you're collecting
whatever the hobby is,
whatever your hobby is, whatever the thing is you collect, whatever the thing you enjoy doing, hunting, boats, skiing, fishing, whatever. The trick is just to keep it in balance and that both of you have a say-so. So, and all joking aside, I still do talk to Sharon. We don't do any purchases around our place without both of us being in on it. I don't walk in and go, I just spent $8,000. I don't do that. I could, but it just doesn't. It's not how we got here. The way we got here is working together and both of us communicating and talking about it. And she doesn't go spend $8,000 on a whatever without talking to me. And, we do. But 99% of the time, it's like, yeah, sure. Because it fits the burn test. I can burn that much money in the middle of the floor. That means we can enjoy the item. It's not going to cause us financial trouble. We're not buying it for someone else. We quit doing that a long time ago.
Doing it with the right motive.
Yeah. So he's not buying these guns for someone else. He's buying them for him. So
is the key here, Dave doesn't have to value all the things Sharon values, and Sharon doesn't have to value all the things Dave values, but there's communication involved, and she goes, okay, it's in the budget, you're paying cash.
You're probably experiencing this around purchasing things for the new baby.
Oh, yes.
There are things that you don't understand. I don't, most men don't understand china cabinets.
I still don't.
We don't understand china that we don't use, and we don't understand an expensive cabinet to put it in.
None of this
makes sense to us.
It was up to me. We just use paper plates.
Yeah.
Just throw them out.
See, there you go. And if it was up to her, he'd have a BB gun.
That's right.
So there you go. So, I mean, it's just there's some things like you don't have to understand everything to see that your spouse gets joy from it and that it is a reasonable purchase within the thing. Now, where we do run into trouble is when someone buys a boat and puts it on payments. They got $60,000 in credit card debt, and they want to buy an $8,000 shotgun. Now that's childish.
That adds financial stress to the family.
Yeah, that's the opposite of what we're talking about. He's got $1 million net worth. He's 37 years old, so he can afford a shotgun, or she can afford a nice purse, or whatever the thing is that you're worried about there. The trick is when you get out of control with it. So you're just trying to do that, and true. I'm kidding around. I'm being snarky about it, but it's really no joke. There are things that I buy that Sharon agrees to, but has no understanding why I want them at all. And the same with her. I'm like, you want to do, what? I mean, she took a trip with a bunch of girls this summer. And I'm like, really? There? You want to go there? But I'm not going, so what do I care? She wanted to go.
It's her experience. Let her have it.
So that's the thing. So just hold things with an open hand. But the biggest glaring thing I see in this, Sam, is not whether you can afford to do it, is that you didn't mention a single thing that she gets to do while you're doing all these things. And you really do have to have somewhat of a balance. It's not tit for tat exactly, like $4,622 I get.
She gets to spend on a $39,000 purse.
That's it could happen, but yeah. So there you go. I mean, that you don't have to understand everything. She doesn't have to understand everything. Can we do it and it doesn't affect our family negatively? And do we still have room in the budget to invest? Do we still have room in the budget to give? If this goes sideways, have I caused myself a problem? And none of that's here.
No.
Do you see it?
No. I mean, it looks good on paper. It's more the relational issue.
Yeah, you just left out that. I get called Uncle Dave twice in the email.
I like that.
That's pretty cool.
It's better than Grandpa Dave, right?
Papa Dave.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's what the grandkids
It's
call me.
reserved
That's
for
not,
the grandkids.
That's not insulting.
Not for 37-year-old men.
Well, there you go.
You get uncle for that.
There you go. Yeah, I'll go with that. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.